I read a recent report of someone preparing to take a refugee from Ukraine, and they are repurposing their home for a family who have a disabled son. He's in a wheelchair, living with disabilities. And I wonder what your reflections are thinking about that, because when we think about war, we don't necessarily think about those who are living with disabilities.
Yeah, I think the first moments that we were hearing about what was happening in Ukraine, I immediately thought about the 2.7 million disabled people that were living in the Ukraine. I was thinking, well, what would I do if suddenly I couldn't be in my home and I was down in a tube station and there was nowhere to plug my ventilator into? I would be dead. So this war is going to profoundly affect the lives of disabled people and those who are at the most vulnerable edge of society. And we already know that there's a lot of children living in some of their residential homes, because they do still have a lot of residential homes where kids are shut away. Some of them, I have heard, have been just left there to die. Because, in many ways, it's the survival of the fittest. And I'm afraid that is true. We don't like to think about it. We all think about compassion when it comes to disabled people, to older people. But there is a dark side of all that, where there isn't the compassion, where actually vulnerable people of any sort are subject to bullying and left to fend for themselves.